Welcome back to another episode here at Kapow Sports. With me, man, who's no introduction. I'm talking about the one and only Coach Kyle Davis here at West End. Coach, thanks for taking time to be with us.
Jay, thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Man, I would start with what in the world. How do you prepare for this 2020 football season with everything that's going on in the world?
Well, it's one of those things where you're doing the best you can just to bring as much normalcy to the kids as you possibly can. I had the first week just talking to my coaches. It's amazing how the kids still seem out of reality. They don't have that normalcy of that school day where you're regimented. They don't have that normalcy of the going to the class and going out of class and being here and being there. And when they don't have that regiment, they seem lost to me. And so we had a real hard time, I think, early on, kind of reeling them back in to kind of let them know, guys, we're playing in 14, 21 days, however long it was when we got there. And that's been difficult, but I think really from a coaching standpoint, the best thing that my staff has done and myself has done is just every day just remind them, boys, we're playing football. Keep that morale up, because it's real easy to look at social media and look at regular media and the negativity that's going on. They're going to cancel this, they're going to cancel that, these many cases, that, and not to diminish what it is, because obviously it's a real pandemic and people got to respect it. But from the mental health standpoint and what these kids need in their life, people say it's just a game. Well, it's not just a game. It's a part of their lives that they are used to that really helps them and allows them to cope in a daily environment, and that's why we need this.
Talk about what the brotherhood of just going through practice and going through summer workouts and those kind of things mean to these kids, as it meant to you and I.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you first got back, I wanted to hug every one of them, but obviously, that's, frowned upon, so we fist bump. But, it's just that camaraderie, that ability to, spend the time when, everybody else isn't willing to put it out there. We always say football's not for everybody, and it's not. And that doesn't mean that football players are any better than the next. But what it does mean is that you're able to develop relationships with guys based on character, based on what you see they're willing to do for you. Our new book series that we started yesterday, as a matter of fact, it's called The Hard Hat by John Gordon, 21 Ways to be a Great Teammate.
Oh, wow.
And it's a fantastic read if you ever get a chance to read it. But it talks about a young man that played for Cornell lacrosse. He passed away during the season in a game. It was a tragedy, but from it they were able to develop these 21 traits that they saw in this guy, and because he was such a great teammate. And so this is what we're looking for. What does it take to be a West End Patriot? Well, we're looking for these things out of you right here, and that comes from what you're talking about, that brotherhood, that relationship, that camaraderie, and so I really believe, again, going back to that normalcy, being able to see your brothers every day, going out there to work, it's just huge in that mental stability, that mental health for our kids, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of them on Monday. I really am, not just my football guys, but they're your students too, and you miss them and you love them and you hope they're safe and healthy, and you get to see them back in the classroom, and I'm excited about it.
How hard is it, or what are you doing to try to help block out the noise and have the kids focus on their summer workouts, their running, those kind of things?
Well, I try to update them, especially during the summer. I tried to update them as much as we were getting updates from Coach Savarese, and let them know every time we got a message, it was a positive message. It was, hey, we're playing. We're playing. Yes, there's going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be changes. Yes, it's not going to probably look like your normal Friday nights from the years past, but we are going to give you the opportunity to play. We're going to go out there and we're going to mitigate this the best we can. We're going to put best practices into place, and we're going to play. So, I kept, every time I got it, I would relay that message to them. Yeah. I'd share it with them, because, I think just like with your own kids, for dad or mom to tell you something, well, they're supposed to tell you that because they love you, but when you're hearing it from the outside, yeah, when somebody that not necessarily is trying to make you feel good about yourself, they tell you something, I think that really can help the morale and kind of push the momentum going forward.
Let's talk about not only the players, let's talk about some of the fans here in Walnut Grove, West End, that have not missed a game in 40, 50 years. How big high school football is in this community?
Oh, I think it's a huge thing. Obviously we've had some down years, but there was a time in the 90s when this place, I obviously wasn't here, but they said that when the Hill was here, it was packed. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't do anything. These people, I've had people mention, hey, when's season tickets going on sale? When's the reserve seats going on sale? And we don't really have answers, but they're excited. And you know, and I don't even know if that's just Walnut Grove and Altoona. I think that's the whole state of Alabama. I think people want to have something to believe in. They want to have something to pull for. They want to have something to get behind. And what better, man, than 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that have your town on their jersey?
Yes.
You know, and so I'm excited for them too. You know, I'm hoping, you know, we don't know all the criteria for fans yet, but I'm hoping they're going to allow us to be as safe as possible, but allow as many folks to come in here under the safety guidelines that can to support these kids and be able to pull for our Patriots.
Let's talk a little bit about your coaching staff. Mention some of those guys who are working tirelessly as you are.
Yeah, you know, we have a small staff, but you know, they work like a 7A staff though. They really do. First, we have Coach John Mark Mintz. He's our defense coordinator. John Mark was actually hired last year, like the week before the season started. Bless his heart, man. He came in and worked his rear end off the best he could, and we struggled early defensively just simply because of lack of experience on his part to be able to get stuff in, and our kids, you know, it was something new. And but by the time the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th game rolled around, we were looking really good. Things were going well, and that's a testament to his tireless work effort. We have Coach Hunter Grant, and Hunter's been with me as long as I've been here. He played for me for 2 years. Exceptional player, All-State player. He was Offensive Player of the Year his senior year for the Fox 6 News. So this viewing area, he's coached with me ever since for the last 4 years. So I mean, he's been with me. This will be 7 years, going in his 5th year. Hunter does a great job. He's a young guy. You know, I tell people all the time, I don't know if he could go run Coach Locke's system, but he knows mine inside and out. So he's great for me and what we do. We have Reed Sansbury. Coach Sansbury is a volunteer coach that helps us. This is his 3rd year helping us. He actually runs a wellness clinic down there on Rainbow Drive. But he runs our linebackers and running backs. He's a great technician, teaches great technique as far as fundamentals and things that we need. And then this year we also were able to pick up Coach Trace Payne. Trace is about a 16-year veteran in the business. He coached at Alexandria for 14 years. He still works at Alexandria, but he coaches here. He coached at Pleasant Valley last year. Trace coaches our offensive line. He does a phenomenal job with it. Our kids have learned a lot. Again, tireless worker. I can't say enough about my guys. You know, I think this is my 14th year as a head coach, 20th overall, but I've never ever told folks that people work for me. You know, we work together. They work with me, and these guys are they're willing to do what it takes to win football games. And you know, I don't know. Obviously, you know, you're only as good as your assistant coach as the head coach.
So you got Susan Moore coming in first week. Talk a little bit about this region.
Well, you know, Susan Moore is our rival. You know, they're obviously they're 3A. This will be the 7th time we played. They beat us 3 times, and we beat them 3 times. You know, since I've been here, Coach Lardell's done a great job. I mean, they're some monsters in the weight room. I mean, when they're just tough. They're big guys. We're usually outmatched when it comes to size. Generally, I feel like we have more speed. The last couple of years they beat us pretty bad, just based on, but they've been pretty good. They've lost one regular season game, I think, in the last 2 years. So they'll be tough. But you know, as far as our region goes, man, top to bottom, probably the best competitive region I've ever been in as a football coach. Period. You know, Spring Garden coming in from 1A has always been real dominant. I think probably if you were to ask everybody, they'd say they're, you know, probably the team to beat. You know, but after that, you know, 2nd through 4th place, I think could be decided by 7 to 10 points. I mean, Cleveland's a great football team. Garner does a good job. Westbrook, of course, you know, Drew's always going to do a great job. Locust Fork's a good football team. You know, and I mean, Southeastern, I mean, they've come along the last few years. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time.
Any way we can sneak in Jeff Davenport an extra year of eligibility?
Well, I mean, the Cannon, you never know about him. You know, I mean, he did come out here for a 7-on-7 alumni game, and he got hurt like on the first drive. I was looking forward to a 300-yard game. You know.
Yeah. Well, he was at church, just hurting when he was at church.
I do remember that. We got him some ice though. It was cool.
Awesome.
He did stay on the sideline though. He stayed on the sideline, cheered on his team.
You can't kill him. Man, that kid's he wanted to say hello. He loves this program, and he can't wait to come here and watch some games.
Well, I don't know many people that don't say wonderful things about him around here, man. I mean, I got guys that are in my quarterback club that were teammates with him, and I mean the stories about Jeff are, you know, just a gamer, man, just a football player.
No doubt. So, Coach, anything before we get out of here?
No, I just want want to, all of y'all out there, I mean, it's not just our community, it's everybody. If you see the kids out there, if you see them practice, just encourage them, and teachers too. I mean, we're going through a different time, and when you see them, just encourage them. Let them know how you appreciate what they do. It's uncertain. We don't know what's going on, but hey, we're behind you, and we're going to support you, and we're there for you.
No doubt, Coach. Thank you so much. This is Coach Kyle Davis. He is your Etowah County All-Copow Preseason Coach of the Year. I'm so excited. And this is Copow Sports.